Why must you multiply all terms by the LCD in fraction equations? Imagine trying to solve a puzzle where some pieces are hidden behind layers of numbers. Fractions can make equations tricky because of those denominators. When you see an equation with fractions, it might look complicated and hard to work with. But there is a simple trick that makes everything clearer and easier to handle. That trick is multiplying all the terms by the least common denominator, or LCD. The main reason to do this is to get rid of all those fractions. Fractions are just parts of a whole, and they involve dividing numbers. When you multiply every term by the LCD, it cancels out the denominators, turning the equation into a form without fractions. This makes the equation look cleaner and more straightforward. Instead of juggling fractions, you're working with whole numbers, which are much easier to manipulate. Another reason is that multiplying by the LCD keeps the equation balanced. Think of it like a scale. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side. When you multiply both sides by the same number, the balance stays the same. This means the solutions you find after multiplying are still the solutions to the original equation. It's a safe way to simplify without changing what the equation really means. The LCD is chosen because it is the smallest number that all the denominators can divide into evenly. When you multiply by this number, each denominator cancels out perfectly. This guarantees that no fractions are left behind. You won't have to worry about leftover fractions or complicated division. Everything becomes a simple linear equation or polynomial that you can solve step by step. Using the LCD also helps prevent mistakes. Working directly with fractions can lead to errors in multiplication or division. When you clear the fractions first, you reduce the chance of making those errors. It's like cleaning your workspace before starting a task. Everything is clearer and easier to see. Let's look at an example. Suppose you have an equation like 1 over 4 times x plus 1 over 5 equals 1 over 2. The denominators are 4, 5, and 2. The LCD of these numbers is 20. If you multiply every term by 20, the fractions disappear. 20 times 1 over 4 times becomes 5 times x, 20 times 1 over 5 becomes 4. And 20 times 1 over 2 becomes 10. Now, your equation looks like 5x plus 4 equals 10. It's much simpler to solve from here. So, in short, multiplying all terms by the LCD in fraction equations is a smart move. It clears the fractions, keeps the equation balanced, and makes solving much easier. This step is especially helpful when learning how to work with linear equations because it turns a complicated problem into a simple one. It's like turning a tangled knot into a straight line. That's why it's a key step in solving equations with fractions.